think when you just really throw your breath and your blood into something, then it's not work anymore. It's I wouldn't say it's good, clean fun, but it's something you look forward to every day. Fatigue doesn't enter into it.
It's fearful. It's fearful. You know, life gets more and more difficult as we get older. We think it gets easier. It doesn't. It gets more complicated and layered. A soft chime sounds at 4:45 a.m. Not an alarm, but the gentle wake signal from Stallone's sleep tracking ring confirming he's banked a full 7 hours of deep, uninterrupted rest. No jolting buzz, no heart spike panic, just a calm nudge that REM cycles are complete and recovery hormones have done their job. He slips out of a bedroom kept at 66 degrees, blackout curtains still drawn, and pads to the kitchen where he downs 300 milliliters of mineral water to replace what his body lost overnight. Hydration comes first, caffeine waits its turn. 5 deep diaphragmatic breaths open his ribcage, flush residual CO2, and cue the nervous system at its performance time. Only after this mini reset does he touch his preloaded French press. Coarse ground Ethiopian beans, filtered water just off the boil, 4 minutes deep. While the coffee blooms, he rolls through 10 deep overhead squats and a minute of band pull-aparts. Simple joint loop moves that wake shoulders, hips, and spine without jacking cortisol. Sleep, hydration, mobility, sunlight. That's the order. He cracks the patio door and lets dawn light pour across the tile, guiding circadian chemistry to align with the day ahead. 15 seconds of bare-eyed exposure tells his brain to halt melatonin production and start the dopamine engines. Exactly 4 minutes later, he presses the plunger, pours jet black fuel into a dented stainless cup, and takes the first sip. Bitter, clean, uncompromising. Rule number 1 since Rocky 3, Rocky and Rambo. Finally, Tulsa that's pretty much closer to my personality. So they look at like it's a performance. I go, it's not a performance. It's basically who I am as a gangster. Refined sugar is a stealth assassin, so none of it crosses his lips. With caffeine humming in his bloodstream and zero insulin turbulence, he heads to the garage gym, a space the size of most people's apartments, smelling of rubber mats, cold iron, and determination. The temperature sits at 60 degrees. He prefers training in cool air to force circulation. First up, a dynamic warm-up he calls oiling the joints. 8 minutes of band pull-aparts, scapular wall slides, hip circles, and plank to pike flows. He spent enough time rehabbing torn rotator cuffs and bulging discs to know mobility beats bravado. Each joint gets respect before the iron starts talking. Now the main course, a strength tri-set that would humble men half his age. Incline dumbbell presses, heavier than any studio insurance agent would approve, paired with weighted pull-ups and deficit push-ups on parallettes. 3 rounds, deliberate tempo, 30 seconds rest. He doesn't count reps, he counts quality. On the last incline set, veins snake across his forearms like tributaries. He racks the dumbbells, exhales, nods once. Round 1, done. Between sets, he sips water with a pinch of Himalayan salt and squeezes a stress ball to keep forearm extensors balanced. Workout complete in 45 minutes. Fast, savage, efficient. He foam rolls lats and glutes, then steps outside to greet dawn light, letting photons reset his circadian clock. Only then does he think about solid food. Breakfast is clinical. 5 egg whites, 1 whole egg, a cup of oatmeal stirred with cinnamon, and a handful of blueberries. Macros built for fuel, not comfort. He ate this exact meal the morning he filmed the Rocky 4 Snow Mountain montage, and again the day he directed Creed 2. While he chews, he reviews a handwritten note card titled Enemies List. Sugar tops it, circled in red. Below it, another food he hasn't touched since '82. Refined white flour. The ghost behind bagels, pretzels, pizza crust. In the early '80s, he noticed those foods left him puffed, lethargic, and, worst, mentally foggy during late-night script rewrites. He cut white bread for a week and never went back. I accomplished by about 35 cups of coffee and these little brown kind of oatmeal, brown rice cookies that big that I'd pop in my mouth maybe every 15 minutes to keep my glycogen going. Today, if he craves pasta, he reaches for lentil rotini. If he wants a sandwich, he folds turkey slices and collard green leaves. The payoff is tight midsection, steady energy, and glycemic control his doctor still calls textbook pristine. Mid-morning work begins. Script edits for a streaming spin-off. Zoom calls with stunt coordinators. Voiceover pickups for an animated cameo. But between tasks, he bangs micro workouts. 4 sets of 30-second battle rope slams, a 2-minute heavy bag flurry, 15 kettlebell swings, every hour on the hour. These microdoses of intensity spike noradrenaline, sharpening focus like a whetstone. He credits them with the ability to sit in creative flow for hours without back pain or brain fog. Lunchtime lands at noon sharp. Grilled wild salmon, drizzled with olive oil. Quinoa, tossed with parsley and lemon zest. Steamed broccoli, still bright green. No salt shaker. He seasons with fresh herbs. Omega-3 fatty acids bathe joints from the inside side. Broccoli's sulforaphane tweaks detox genes. Quinoa supplies slow-burn carbs. Every bite has a job. He eats mindfully, chewing until flavors dissolve, breathing between forkfuls. During cleanup, he reviews Enemy 3, the final item he erased after Rocky 3, hydrogenated oils and deep-fried junk. The cast celebrated Rap Day with a mountain of fries and onion rings. Sly indulged, felt like molten lead the next morning, and swore them off. He hasn't had a fast food burger since MTV launched. Instead, he bakes sweet potato wedges at home, roasts chickpeas for crunch, and uses avocado oil if a recipe must see high heat. You need a very diverse diet, something that covers all the bases, that brings out the tendons, the muscles, builds bone marrow, brain cells. Trans fats stiffen cell membranes and gum up cardiovascular plumbing. He needs blood to sprint into deltoids, not crawl. By 2 p.m., he's in the backyard, a stone patio ringed by citrus trees. This is cardio hour, but not the soul-stealing treadmill slog of yesteryear. He straps on a 20-pound weighted vest, sets a timer for 20 minutes, and intervals up and down concrete stadium steps he built beside the pool. 30 seconds, explode upward. 30 seconds, stride down controlled. Heart rate surges past 150 beats per minute. Lungs rake air, sweat beads on bronze skin. At 60, he could run a 6-minute mile. At 78, he's content with VO2 max preservation. After 20 minutes, he paces barefoot in the grass, inhaling orange blossom scent and letting heart rhythm settle. Recovery is science. He heads to an upstairs bathroom retrofitted with a commercial ice bath. Water temp at 48 degrees Fahrenheit. 3-minute plunge resets inflammation, jolts brown fat thermogenesis, and mental hormones spike dopamine 250%. He emerges, skin crimson, mind electric, and stands under a warm shower for 60 seconds, circulation rebounding like hydraulic pistons. Mid-afternoon snack, a handful of raw almonds and a Granny Smith apple. Blood sugar flatlines nicely. He checks who else is in the home gym, usually his daughters, sometimes stunt double. Today, just the soft hum of AC, perfect for a 20-minute core finisher. Ab wheel rollouts, hanging knee raises, Pavlov presses. He jokes he's still chasing that Rocky 4 poster silhouette. Truth, he's guarding spinal stability so he can lift his youngest grandchild high overhead without a hint of strain. At 5 p.m., he slips into his study to journal. 1 page of gratitude, 1 of creative brainstorm. That's the whole package. I mean, there's one thing to say, oh, self-adulation, but I don't care about that. I'm well past that. It's about showing them that I actually do something for a living besides play bad golf. Blue ink on cream paper. Neuroscientists call handwriting meditation for the prefrontal cortex. He calls it mental groceries. Before we dive into his dinner routine, we're excited to introduce Test Supreme, specifically formulated for men over 50. Unlike generic supplements, Test Supreme is doctor-formulated with clinically supported ingredients to naturally boost testosterone, improve vitality, and enhance overall health. Trusted by thousands, it's your ultimate solution for renewed confidence and energy. Our first batch is selling fast, so don't wait. Click the link below to grab your bottle today. Dinner cooks while he writes. Grass-fed flank steak sizzling in cast iron, Brussels sprouts roasted with garlic, and a beet carrot slaw tossed in apple cider vinegar. He eats with family, screen-free, laughter loud enough to make backyard coyotes tilt heads. Sunset triggers wind down, lights dim, phone parked in a kitchen drawer, final hydration check, another 500 milliliters water, then 15 minutes of static stretching under infrared light panels that bathe muscles in deep warmth. He spends extra time on hip flexors, blaming decades of fight scene crouches for chronic tightness. By 8:45 p.m., he's horizontal, bedroom at 66 degrees Fahrenheit, blackout curtains sealing the cave. He slips on a ring that tracks heart rate variability, body temp, and REM cycles. Biofeedback he pours over at dawn. I've always said that life is kind of like from 1 to 40, it's all about addition, and from 40 on, it's about subtraction. If HRV dips, he tweaks next day's training. Recovery equals longevity. Data makes it surgical. People ask if he ever breaks the rules. Holidays, film premieres, he smiles. Discipline earns indulgences. Twice a year, usually Thanksgiving and his July birthday, he embraces nostalgia. His mother's family recipe, Italian red sauce lasagna made with gluten-free noodles, grass-fed beef, and low-lactose cheese. He savors every forkful, then slides back into protocol next meal. No guilt, no inertia. Remember those three enemies? Refined sugar, white flour, trans fat, fried foods? He hasn't touched them since Ronald Reagan's first term. The payoff? Resting heart rate 52. HDL cholesterol twice his LDL. Body fat percentage hovering at single digits. More telling, the mobility to drop into a deep fighting stance, explode into a hook, and grin when he hears the stunt coordinator yell cut. If you're tempted to copy everything, start smaller. Replace sugary coffee creamer with cinnamon and a dash of unsweetened almond milk. Trade white bread for sprouted or lettuce wraps. Forget drive-through fries. Roast root veggies at home. Pair each food swap with a micro workout. 30-second plank, stair sprint, brisk walk, phone call. The synergy of diet and movement multiplies results faster than either alone. Need accountability? Stallone abuses the oldest trick in the book, public declaration. He tells his social media followers what challenge he's chasing. 500 push-ups in one session, 50 pull-ups before age 80, and invites them to join. The internet watches. Ego refuses to disappoint. Try announcing your own 30-day no-sugar pact on your feed. Fear of failure becomes fuel. But beneath the macros and sets lies a reason forged in celluloid and sweat. Legacy. Rocky wasn't about winning. It was about going the distance. Stallone's current fight is with time itself, and the rules he carved in 82 are his cornermen, holding the towel, whispering strategy, icing swollen dreams. Every skipped cake slice, every grilled salmon fillet, every blister-raising rope slam is another round survived. Tomorrow at 4:45, that alarm will glow again. Somewhere in your city, another one will too. How you answer may decide whether you enter your own montage or the blooper reel. One chance at life, and you better fight to keep it. You just don't, oh, I think I'll try it again. No, you don't get a chance to try it again. If dissecting the lives of ageless legends keeps you fired up, smash subscribe and stick around. Next up, we're diving into a dancer who turned 80 with abs sharp enough to shred sheet music. Stay tuned. Your timeline is about to break its chains. This narration is for educational purposes only and not medical advice. Consult a qualified professional before beginning any significant dietary or exercise program. If you found this information helpful, we have fantastic news for you. We're thrilled to announce that our requested ebook, 8-Minute Fitness at 50 Plus, is now here. This comprehensive fitness guide is especially curated for individuals over the age of 50 who are committed to leading a healthy and active lifestyle. Click a link in the description to grab your copy now, and let's start this incredible fitness journey together. Thank you for watching.